Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. We are broadcasting from Gravity 2. Yes. My friends, we're going to continue with the Eureka model. We are module 2 lesson 1, and this is a lesson in which we estimate products by rounding them. And I just wanted to give you the why students need to learn how to estimate by rounding. Here's the solution. Okay, so here's a problem. Maybe a child went to the store and this child has only $10, and the child is going to buy a pencil for $1.39, a notebook for $2.57, and a calculator for $5.90. Okay, so if you want to do quick math, this is why we're doing estimations. This is why we want them to learn estimations, because they can use mental math. Mental math. That is correct, my friends. Mental math is fast and quick. So for example, let's say if you know how to round, let's say on this one, and also rounding has to do a lot with which one is the fastest way or the easiest way that I can round a number to add it up quickly. So in this case, for example, if we round $1, we look at the tenths, right? So that number is between $1 and $2. So that probably the pencil rounds to a $1, right? And the notebook it's $2.57, and we can round because this is a 50 is more than half. So now we're going to round that to $3, and the calculator is $5.90, and we're going to round the tenths again to make this either a 5 or a 6, and we can see that $5.90 is really close to $6. So then we just write the $6. So mentally we can do this. We know that this is what, $10 altogether. So the total of the items is about, and here's the symbol for calculating, it's about. So someone can do this in their heads and say, okay, I do have enough money. You don't have to get a calculator or a pencil and paper. This is why they learn rounding, estimating in class. So let's look at an actual problem. Let's say that we are multiplying a number like 451 times 80. Okay, so that's 451 times 80. So for example, to make this simple, we can round this number to, oh look, if I round that to hundreds, that will become 500s, and it will be easier. So because this is 450, this number, this is a tool that we use in class. So I create a vertical line, and I have a video for this as well. So it's called rounding. So that the number that the 451 is in between is 400, and the next one is 500. We cannot say. So see, some students have a hard time doing that. So why do you choose 400, Mr. Magna? Well, because the number is between these two numbers. We cannot say that that number is between 500 and 600. And also, we cannot say that that number is between 300 and 400. Because the number does not exist there, and let me prove that to you. So for example, if this is halfway, midpoint between 400 and 500 is 450, and midpoint between 500 and 600 is 550, and midpoint between 300 and 400 is 350. Okay, now in one of those, the number that we are rounding is in between. So the number is 451. So look, 451 is not here. So this will not work because we have the wrong numbers. The 451 is not between 500 and 600. and the number 451 is not between 300 and 400. But we can see that 451 is between 400 and 500. How can we prove that? Well, the midpoint is 450, so 451 should be right above it. So now we can say that we can round this number to the nearest 100 because that's closer. If you look at the arrow towards the 500 is shorter. So that means we round to the 500. Now, why do we do that? Well, if we can do this mentally, we can say that 451 is rounded to 500 when you look at the hundreds. Now we can substitute that in the multiplication, so that will be 500 times 40. No, sorry, it's 80, the number. So look how easy that is. 5 times 4 equals 5 times 8 equals 40. And then when you count the number of tens that these numbers are multiplied, that's 3 zeros. That means multiplied by 1,000, and the answer is 40,000. Now the answer is not a 40,000, but we can say this is the statement that we will use. 451 times 80, when rounded to the nearest 100, equals 40,000. So that's a reasonable estimation, my friends. Please watch the video and listen to the statements and analyze it again. Become an expert in math, my friends. It's just patterns. Thank you for watching, and signing out from this wonderful recording, Coach Bruce Wayne.